Respect. Unconditional love, married upon self. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Naga Neter, aka Ariel Naga L. Neter. I tap in. You already know what it is. Hey, yo. Before I get on topic, I wanted to tell whoever watches and gets a chance to watch, just know, like, the name Naga Neter, right? You can say that as a chant every day because the meaning of it. And it'll definitely bring that access of that energy universal to you, and you will come into obtaining, like, stable knowledge that's particularly for you, and then it'll go from the bottom to the top outward to where you can use it. So it's almost like how back in slavery days when they ran nigga in the ground so damn much, nigga, they didn't know that they was uplifting the people, because the word itself, the syllables itself, has a vibration to resonance for universal properties. Now, yeah, so say Naga Neter, or just Neter. Say Neter. Bring that into your vibration, and when you're meditating, vibrate Neter and watch what happens. Another thing before I get on topic, it's seemingly like I see people watching, but then like on the page, it'll say it has, like, say for example in the beginning, it'll be like 10, 15 views. And on the actual video, it'll say like 2 views, right? So I guess they're hiding my views, and then like somebody left a comment yesterday and it disappeared. So it's like no way for me to find it. You know what I'm saying? I even went to my original page to see if it was in the in the spams or whatever, or held for review or whatever. And it wasn't in there either, but it still came on my mail as a new comment on my video. So it's weird. I know they're trying to hide my whatchamacalls, and I'm not even no big YouTube dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really doesn't know much about me. My other page has a lot of knowledge on it, you know what I'm saying? And I go in depth in different ways that people don't go in. And yeah, man, I know right now they probably hiding this knowledge because what I'm talking is some real shit, you know what I'm saying? So it resonates with the soul and the spirit, you know what I'm saying? So you know how the world works. They'd rather have you dumb, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, yeah, I'm starting my dreads again, yo. If y'all remember, I had the big locks before, and like the big rata thing, then, you know what I mean? The tree like them, you know what I mean? Tree like them hand, they reach pond the sky. You know what I mean? And pull down this star, the original light upon the sun. You know what I mean? The big Jones, you know what I'm saying? So I'm starting over fresh. As y'all can see, them shit's growing. They're looking good right now. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get a little hang, so yeah. Soon come. Alright, so let's tap in. Now, particular topic I wanted to tap in on today is there's so many things that's just running through my head, and I kind of like to just freestyle about shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the main particular topic is love. In this case, you know, I hear a lot of people talking about in this time, you know, the pandemic or whatever, people are together and then they, you know, it's going through the stresses or whatever. I'm not here to tell nobody to fight through it. That's not, you know what I'm saying, what I'm here for. Everybody has an individual war inside them. And a lot of people just kind of jumped into the mix of doing what society said was parallel to what you lived. So even being a young dude, you know, we grew up in the rape culture, you know what I'm saying? Going through school, niggas used to grab females on their ass and shit, and they thought that was cool. Or females would grab niggas on they ding, and they think that shit is cool. Like, we grew up in the rape culture. So naturally, everybody has this euphoria to what a relationship's supposed to be about, and most of that comes from TV. Shit don't be real, man. Everybody can want this happy ending that, and you know what I do know, that there's not a such thing as a relationship until either or person finds either or person that they can never judge. Every relationship in the world has judgments. Like, and people think that, you know, that's just okay because, you know, you have a free will, you can think how you want. Well, let's break down what judgment is. You have to actually look at something. You have to look at something and see the contrast to it to actually even want to judge. Per retrospect of how you feel personally. So most of the decisions that we make in the world are personal, deep-seated feelings. Rules came from one motherfucker who felt he had some form of authority over something that was more adequate than that individual was. It's the only reason why you would say slow down or no. If I can handle something and you can't handle something, does that make it wrong that I can do this? Or if the attention goes to me because I can do certain things, should we make it illegal because you can't obtain this energy? See, that's the plane of existence we live in. And rules stem off from the inadequacy of what a person cannot deal with. We was growing up. I used to live on 152nd Street in Amsterdam. Family in St. Nick Projects, you know, Dykeman, all around Harlem, you know what I'm saying? Bronx, Fordham Hill, you know what I'm saying? My uncle stay out by Soundview, you know what I'm saying? I got people in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Like Queens, I got people all over New York, Mount Vernon. We was like, my father, like when I met my father, by default, he's a loud New York talker. Like niggas they have conversations, they sound like they arguing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, these motherfuckers think that they don't know shit. And you hit them and you be thinking that they about to fight. That's just how niggas talk. You know what I'm saying? And you like, the fuck is going on, right? My point for saying that is there's different energies that are resonant with different bodies. Each human being is a different radio. Your frequency is not tuned to the same frequency of what you create or where you come from. Vice versa, somebody else that you meet that may sound similar. It's like two hip hop songs can ride on the same radio station because they're both hip hop. So me and my man might rock because we got similarities, but we don't come from the same vibration. So we have to be aware of our emotions. See, what I get pissed off about is how the world itself tells people, go out and talk about your problems. You got to get it off your chest. And they use these terms, and these terms finitely and directly, indirectly put a ceiling on the effect of what you would possibly do in the circumstance to fix it. Meaning like nullifying the burn before you get a chance to let it heal. It's like saying, all right, you may be holding in something so you can figure it out. Me as an individual, I don't feel comfortable around people unless I fix my own issues. When I was younger, if I had a problem with somebody, I go to your house. I knock on the door. I might be talking to your mother so I can fuck you up. Excuse my language. This is when we were younger. So we don't come from an energy that fully propagates a false understanding of how to handle yourself. We always knew that things are going to get hard in life no matter which direction it went. Figuring out the problem makes your mind apt to a new circumstance. So thus, whatever you go through, the first situation is no longer an issue. So now you can graduate as far as how you think strategically. The world knocks that off by telling you not to think for yourself. Go around a crowd of people and get 30 different wavelengths on the perception of how they feel about something and use that to fix your wavelength. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't like being defeated. My class in the universe, my knowledge class in the universe, or the book of the universe that my circumference or vibration comes from is a 7. So I don't follow nobody. I don't even like being around people for the most part. I like good energies I can vibe with, but me personally, I'm a loner. I like to kick it by myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I can think better. The more comfortable it is, the more my creativity explodes. So the point is, you're defeated when you're dealing with issues that you complain to somebody else about. If I gotta go to you and say I got a problem, and this problem is not, you're defeated. Because you need help on that. So that means you wasn't able or apt enough to get through whatever circumstance that you put yourself in. See, this whole system has been gnawing away and chipping away at the fact of you being able to be the greatest thinkers in the known galaxy. Everybody think it's a universe. I don't care what they showing people. They don't see what's really out there. I don't give a fuck about no video camera, none of that shit. This globe is connected by a chain of pearls. If you ever was to see what was outside of this existence, it'll blow your mind. If you could remove the glare from the sun, what you'll see is connections. And it'll be the size or something large in scale connected to this large in scale circular aspect. And then it'll be more following that. Just like the Dogon said, they walked here. Gold can only lay on gold. That's why you carry melanin. So you're going to walk out of here to the next plane of existence. And what they try to do is they try to confuse people with portals and all this crazy shit and telling people that listen, different time calls for different things every single time. But energy attracts energy, just like radio waves. I don't need somebody to tell me about the past to know what's going to happen in the future. I know everything that's apt inside this. So remaining the way I came into this universe is very, very important. You got to fight through all the things that will change you into something else here. Like, you know, the homosexuality thing and people who go into rage and people who end up being a part of massive gangs and people who have productivity to join and follow within the government or military. These things are changing people. Even when you go out to get a career, this is changing you from who you are. And we think that because how the world has set necessities into priorities and changed that ratio from natural to man-made, then in fact you are nobody unless you're serving man. Naturally, as people, we're going to serve each other anyway. I don't have to have you tell me what to do before I have to. It's like saying when a kid's growing up, it may look at you for a type of emotion. You know that kid is not apt to understand what they really feeling right now. They're just a kid and they need it at that moment. So you might just smile for no reason, just to make that kid happy. That's serving. You see an old lady sitting on the porch and she might be going through something. She holding her head, might have been looking at some pictures or whatever. She has nobody to hug her at the moment. That's serving. You see your father in the backyard, you know what I'm saying? He doing something. Instead of him asking you for help, you just go help him. See, service is going to play its own role. I don't need a man to tell me how my service was supposed to be to the people. I don't need religion for that. We serve every day. Religion is an idea to control a lesser mind. Was there for controlling mankind. A type of man, because man is mind. Original man is mind. We are born thinkers and creators, which means whatever aspect my mind turns, in that single moment, it's going to explode new creation into existence. With the sincerity of my heart, the power of my mind, I can bring anything into existence. This is known facts. So my focus is important on what I focus on. Who tells me to focus is who I need to focus on not listening to. You get a lot of people, they're real loud and boisterous. And they want to get across the fact that they are doing something. Well, as much as I like to listen to knowledge, most time when I'm listening to people, it's to find out what they don't know. I've been meditating for years, man. I done been vegan. Went back to eating, fish and chicken, and then went back to being vegan another 7 years, and then went back to it, back and forth. For me, it's balance. Putting down your ego is the hardest thing in the world because you think what you know is going to get you somewhere. No, what you are allowed to obtain, what the universe allows you to obtain will get you somewhere. Everything you see every day is in your circumference because it's something that you're supposed to learn from that, gain from that, or give to it. We keep getting sidetracked from the purpose of what reality has in store because everybody wants to play a false euphoria of a life that's falsely placed. Listen, I don't give a fuck if society's held up for 400 or 500 years. That's a motherfucking pimple in your face. It doesn't even mean nothing. Life is the fakest thing in the world. Only thing is real is when you're barefoot, in the rain, in the terrain, half insane, holding your brain. It don't get no realer than that. The destination from one point to the next point is the story. So the start and the finish really don't mean nothing. That just means something else gonna take place. So if I can make you scared, intertwine in that motion to destroy the whole motion, shit, I did a damn good job in controlling you idiots. And then they give us the term to deem ourselves stupid. How fast that we condemn our own people when we laugh because we learned something 2 minutes earlier than the next brother or sister. It's almost, it doesn't matter how much knowledge that a person can obtain to throw it out. It seems like as soon as one of the brothers or sisters obtain a form of knowledge, they quickly condemn other brothers and sisters who probably ain't even on their radio length. The universe said respect other entities, and respect other people, respect other circumstances, not because you have to be best friends with them, but you respect it because that's where you can possibly be. The biggest mistakes we make with individuals and our families and judgment is the fact that your DNA are angles. Your DNA through your family are different aspects of angles what possibly could have been you because that DNA formed a different structure to make you. But within your family, collectively, the DNA formed different structures to make them. So you're not going to have the same parents or the same grandparents or the same uncles and aunts and look the same because there's an angle. But that's not like it can't happen. It's not like it couldn't happen. It's not like it could have been reversed. The one you look at could be in your place looking at you and you could have been over there fucked up. But karma plays a role to teach us a lesson when we step out of our DNA, when we step out of our spirit, when we step out of our collective. Shit get ill. Shit get real ill. And we so quick. I was telling my aunt the other day, because a lot of times we sit down, we be like, this person in our family, And I was like, you know what? It wouldn't be the same type energy if that was you on that side. It's not like you could have made a wrong decision in life and ended up where this person is pissing you off at. It's not like everybody who makes the right decision, are able to cast stones at people who don't. Everybody in this world sin and sin bad. Some type of way. Everybody fucked up. But to blame me or to point the finger at somebody else for their shortcomings, That doesn't seem more like the job. It seems like a teaching lesson. And we come from the real niggas. You know, I'm 40, going on 40 plus. You know what I'm saying? The real niggas I grew up with. Oh no, you're gonna get this smoke, son. You're gonna learn this. Let me sit down. And not for nothing, if you didn't want to take this knowledge, niggas really excommunicated you. Like, oh nah, he's a motherfucking, he's a bozo. He's a fucking clown. That nigga, nah, he can't come around here. Cause he ain't trying to listen to nothing. So let him go out there until you're ready to come learn something. Cause that means I can't show you, so you got to go trip over your own foot. You got to kick your toe on that thing on the bed 100 times. Let that shit bleed before you think right. And then you can come back to class and then learn something. See, disrespect falls on other things that people were taught growing up as well. So for the most part, it's not for me to judge unless you are inflicting your intention towards me. Then I have to judge how I'm going to move that. Self-control is a motherfucker, man. Loudest people ain't gonna do nothing but swing wild. Loud motherfuckers, they gonna swing wild. That's all they gonna do. And you know where they gonna slip at? When that hand come up, or they go like this. It's 3 seconds in between. I done tapped your chin real quick, bang. It's not even, and it's not even, it doesn't have to be physical. It can be in literal sense. This is knowledge. How much are you putting this to actual work, or you just in your ego trying to look like you are obtaining some form of knowledge? The reason why I fuck with blue pill, and blue pill, my nigga, I like red pill too, but blue pill, my nigga, I fuck, because blue pill energy is like, you know what I'm saying, that shit, the way it feels, it's like it's already knitted in to the universe. Like when I listened to him, or whenever I built with him before, it was like, you know what I'm saying, like that he was already in the universe somehow. Like it wasn't like a fail homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I like the title, Know the Ledge. It's knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It's knowledge. That shit is dope. Know the ledge. You know what I'm saying? Because most people who don't got knowledge fall right off that shit with they mouth and the way they think. It's just like you just blah. Messy. Throwing up all out your face. And that's why people get the term you're disrespectful. Disrespect is without respect. So only way you can talk to somebody in a derogatory way would be to not have respect. And if you do not practice self-respect, you can't give respect to someone else. That's integrity, which you do in your personal time behind closed doors when nobody's watching. Is how you will be in society around people. So when I'm watching certain people and they're saying certain things about their character or whatever, it seems like they're more or less crying out for attention, or crying out to fix whatever problem that they have, more over than talking about something. You can't, it's like an oxymoron clashing with a double entendre. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be positive, speak negative, and then condemn everybody else. You have no contrast. You know what I'm saying? There's no real contrast to that. It's like, fuck looking at me, even though I'm regurgitating, or I'm the water hose spitting out all the shit. And for the most part, people are entertained by ignorance. So then people of lesser minds, or who hasn't come up in the past, like we came up through the late 70s, 80s and shit like that, they don't know this. They don't know how to listen. You never got sternly put in your place in a way that shit scared you from a family member. Not a slight scare. I mean, like your grandfather whip your ass and you feel that shit for 3 months. Beat you so bad you feel like you was abused, but you apologize and tell him you love him. The whipping was so good. That don't happen. When the last time you had your ass whipped so good, you loved the motherfucker? Seriously. Like, I'm sorry, I love you. I never do it again. I do anything you want. Yeah. Yeah. That's how respect comes. Because then it's going to make you search for truth. Or it's going to make you strong because your people was able to put that beat on you like that. Like, God damn, that came from my people. What? But then it also makes you think. It says, damn, where did I fuck up at? Like, if I pissed them off like that, what did I do? What? Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have said it like that. See, lessons aren't learned no more. You don't get a chance to learn a lesson because everybody think it's just free range to do what you want. Oh, I can this, I can that, I can da-da-da-da. Man, look. People who talk like that never heard the lesson where there's one bad man, there's a man badder. That's why you're supposed to be humble. Like, you can't keep... It's almost like the dude who cried wolf. Like, he always crying for a wolf to come. Like, the wolf coming, and the dude said, man, I'm not going over there with your ass time. And then that wolf ate his ass. So you keep crying, talking about, you keep yelling, I'm the shit, I'm the shit, I'm the shit, I'm the shit. Somebody gonna touch it. Somebody gonna step in it. You keep saying you the shit, somebody gonna step in it. And it's gonna be the worst circumstance because, listen, it's like I like young Pharaoh because he tries hard and he's young and his energy is voracious. What I don't like about him is that he's not humble. He can't find humbleness for nothing. No matter how hard he tries, he's too busy trying to pay his ego. And it's always I, me. You know, when in fact, you are a part of a whole. You are a part of a circumference in a whole. You are a circulatory thought pattern in a whole situation. It's like saying you scratched the back of your head because it itched. Your foot didn't jump because the itch. Your hand did. So it was a part of something else. It reacts in different attributes. Whether you wanted to or not, you can't single yourself from the body. That's why different parts of the body have to be trained and tamed. You know how you young and you walk around with a heart all the time because you're going through puberty. You have to tame that shit. You have to get your mind right around the ideal. Use it or get your mind right and so you can have self-control. So when I see my people out here, you know, and I see them going around and the way they talking and the way they outputting energy, it looks like different parts of my body are not in control. So how do you get your body in control? And then we wonder why, as a people, we don't have a nation that represents us. Even if Africa is formulated and large and all that, they are not even in circumference to work as a body. We can look at the Muslims, and we know Allah, arm, leg, arm, head. Is it working like that? That's just a question. I'm not here to answer on no particulars. I'm just saying in general. The whole ideology to living in itself is finding in completion. How can you be complete? And the only way you can complete the individual state is balance. If you are balancing yourself, then the part of the whole body that you're on is going to work fine when the energy comes through it. We talk about pulses around the planet all day long. But what happens is there's gaps in the golden road. The golden road is the original people because we carry gold in our melanin. So we are the golden road. You know how if ants want to cross the river, they hold each other and they make a bridge so the other ants can come and then they go across like that? Same with bees. They come together to make the action happen. What do you think is going to happen when it's time to transition from one globe or one pearl on the bead chain to another pearl? If we're not cohesive in a cohesive thought and way of thinking, the goal is not going to lay the brick road. This is why they meant by the gold road was broken. Why the Anunnaki wanted to come get gold. See how they try to put shit literal? I got gold in my skin. I download gold every day through vitamin D. That's why brothers is getting this knowledge talking about drink gold, drink monatomic gold, monatomic silver, or colloidal silver, monatomic gold, shit like that. You have it in your body. It's almost like THC receptors. Your body receives it. It's a receptor to it. And it uses it to open up the consciousness so you can see the road of existence that's going to allow you to pass through shit. Even in the Bible, they say the road to destruction is wide and spacious. The road to salvation is narrow and thin. Because everybody don't have that melanin to illuminate that road. We are light. Nupanuka, panuku, panuka. We are light. I'm not going to get into a debate about what's what and how it goes and whatever. Like, people have the whole shit confused. You know what I'm saying? And they study this knowledge for personal obtainity, meaning they want to go out and get personal gratification from people saying that you have a form of knowledge. Look, we all would like to be living in some aspect, but what I found to see that most larger based understanding funnels more dirt. Like, the bigger the shovel, the more dirt. So the bigger the following, the more bullshit. People enjoy bullshit. And if it's a lot of people around you, there's some bullshit in there. I don't care what you say. Like, it's for me, like, if it's too many people over there, it's either a lot of hate going on, some scheming, something going on in there, if there's a lot of people there. So for the most part, I only go to things when I'm pulled towards it. Like, I feel shit. I come from a time when you was in New York, people didn't say, well, what's up, what's going on, how you doing? They said, how you feeling? Everybody said that. My uncles to this day, old heads, they be like, yo, how you feeling? How you feeling? Old heads, how you feeling? What's going on? How you feeling? How your people feeling? I don't know how they feeling. I guess they feeling with their hands. But, you know, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, that natural way of doing things, you know what I'm saying? The connection and painting everybody in a way to lose everything natural about them. You know, you cut off the hair, you add, you know, armor, and you make people look normal. You know what I'm saying? When in fact, normality is the words. We are astronomical. We are universal. You know what I'm saying? We are stars. You know what I'm saying? Go look at some of these tribes today over in Africa when they have their ceremonies to pay homage to where they come from in history. They're wearing gaudy gold. Big gaudy gold in the shape of animals. You know what I'm saying? Big giant chains and crowns and headrests and belts made of solid gold. That's how we always been. It's not far from it, but we let people tell us what we should do and what we shouldn't do. We let people be like, why y'all like that? Why you wearing this? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all got to spend your money on? That's where we come from. So what happened was it got chopped up. Every little piece of greatness is chopped up from an original aspect. To know that doesn't mean you pick it up. It means you comprehend it. Even if you could pick it up, what's the purpose if you couldn't allow all your people to pick it up too? Isn't that ego? Oh, I found some knowledge and I can do this and I can rock this and look at me. Does it make the same energy if the whole tribe ain't doing it? If you can't rise the whole fucking tribe, what are you talking about? Everybody likes to lick boots. We all like to use the term house nigga, field slave, runaway. Okay. It's cool. These are the roles everybody's playing. You can go in your house right now and talk all this shit you want and stay there. I remember when Facebook first came out, motherfucker got on Facebook and said all types of derogatory racist terms to me because of the knowledge I was dropping. Now, clearly he was ignorant, trying to get under my skin, but it was the first time that I felt that I couldn't help myself. I couldn't stop somebody from doing something because it was another way to hide. I had to realize that. Like, you mad because a motherfucker done said some shit to you 100 miles, 300 miles away where you probably ain't gonna never see this motherfucker. But they made it like that. They made it like that to bring you out of your character. So now it's easy to humble yourself. Because now you got balls because it's almost like liquor. You get drunk and you start talking shit because you feel like you numb. Why do you think people feel when they get behind the wall and they're not worrying about the repercussions of what they say or what they do? You feel like Hercules until you actually got to be in that heat, until you actually outside amongst some shit that's about to go down, you start sweating, you get hot, you don't know what's going to happen. For the most part, we got to learn to be the image of what right is. If it's more collective people on the knowledge for real, and they're standing in the righteous way, not even talking about just being in the righteous way. Eventually, you're gonna weed out everything that's not righteous. It's just whatever's not righteous. It's gonna be like a sore thumb, sticking up, and you're gonna be like, "What's his problem?" And then before you even get a chance to have a conversation with whoever's causing the issue, somebody next to him is like, "Yo, cool it out. You fucking up." See, those days is gone. We let ratchet go far. We let ratchet now in our society. Ratchet has went and so far it's become funny. It was in TV shows and shit like that. You know, Friday, Ezel, you know, ratchet is funny. So there's no respect for your people. You don't have no respect for your people. In some aspect, you want to see some dumb shit. You want to hear some dumb shit. So does that beg to differ? The reason why society is not really changing in the better for our people is the fact that we really entertain how fucked up shit is. Yeah, think about it like that, right? Whether or not you talk about these people or you say these people are not doing X, Y, Z, you entertain the fact that shit is fucked up. I will never go into depth about nothing I've been through. I don't need no pity party. And we all went through shit. You know what I'm saying? I got the scars, the bullet wounds to prove it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about nothing. But if I made it through that, then I'm not defeated. A problem that people get, that they cannot fix themselves, it defeats them. That is the aspect that whipped your ass. So now you carry it with you for your whole life, and you use it as a softener for people to feel some type of way about you or give you some type of love, when in fact, people who really hear your stories and they hear you talk about something that happened a long time ago or things you're going through that you really can just say, fuck it, they look at you like you weak and you can't defeat it. That's why misery loves company. So now you got a bunch of miserable motherfuckers that want to listen to a miserable ass story. That shit is addicting, man. It's like drugs. Conversation is like drugs. You know what I'm saying? When the last time you just sat still and didn't say nothing? Didn't think about nobody. Just, you know what I'm saying, dazed off on your own shit. Really having original thought. I said this shit years ago when I was, you know, on the other page. Like, if you know, y'all go find that other page I had. If you was friends with me and you follow me or whatever, come to this page. I need my people to load this shit up. Let me get some likes and all that. Please share my videos, man. Get people on this side. I had a few people on the other side, and then, you know, I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? I had lost the email and lost the password, and there was no way for me to get back into that account, so I had to start a new page. You know what I'm saying? Which sucks. But, you know, we gotta take our time, man, and you got to fix the war inside of you first. You can't do shit for nobody until you stop the storm inside of you. And I mean by that, you haven't gone out in life yet and found, you haven't gone through life yet and found particular things that bother you or settle you. You just deal with shit. People around certain niggas that get on their nerves, but you'll still be like, that's my man. But things that come out of his mouth pick certain parts of your soul to make you feel like you don't want to be around them. You know what I'm saying? Or different things or different circumstances, you end up going places and shit like that. You know you didn't really want to go, but you end up going anyway to satisfy somebody. Fuck all that shit. At the end of the day, you got to be the image of what makes you feel right. That's what experience is about. And if you just subjecting your feelings to anybody because whatever, that's not service. You are a pulley cart. Pretty much, you're a pulley cart. You there for whatever anybody want to do. So yes, you're going to be stressed the fuck out soon. No, that's not what we're here for. You know, respect to my son. And at the end of the day, I hope the message is getting around. I hope people sit down and really think about their own actions. It's not even about what I'm talking about. Think about your own actions. You know what I'm saying? Like you. You know what I mean? Like think about your actions, how things are affecting you, and get into that comfortable place in your mind, you know, to where you can start fixing your own issues. Because when you're able to do that, that's when you figure out, you know, that's when you figure out other problems that you can fix now. Instead of having self-serving answers to fix shit, you know, having self-serving answers that really are not beneficial to the person who really needs the unconditional love or whatever to fix the issue. Instead of having answers of that nature, fix yourself so that you can build new thought patterns and wavelengths to create shit and be the image of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is way off tilt right now. And just because they give us a platform, you think it's yours. You know what I mean? Oh, this is my page. Look, let's not promote idiocy. Like, we're building up new egos right now. We're giving people new things to say, new attitudes to have. Do you understand what you're doing? Like, you're giving motherfuckers new criterias on how to react to shit that's not theirs. That's what YouTube is doing right now. YouTube is a company that somebody built. I don't give a fuck how they built it or what they did with it. It's theirs. They can set the motion of how they see fit. It's only when, in reverse, we are blaming somebody for something. It's like me getting a ride from a stranger down the street, you know, and then before we get to my house, he dropped me off at the stop sign. I'm like, motherfucker, you can't pull in the goddamn yard? He looking at me like, I don't even know you. I just give you a free ride. You can walk to your house from here. You see what I'm saying? Like, we have to stop taking ownership before we have ownership of ourselves. We have to stop putting blame until we start putting blame on ourselves. We have to stop forcing other things to be in retrospect to us until we start forcing our people to get shit back ready for us. And I don't mean by pushing nobody. I mean by showing them the truth. Waking them up to how they think. I can't change your mind, but I can definitely show you this system got you thinking fucked up. I can free your mind from this aspect and liberate you and give you an understanding of what you're doing is bullshit. A clear one. I could take every pretense built here to give you some fortified truth and go 100,000 years past that and show you all the truth. If that's what you want. But confusion just builds more confusion. We can start right now. We got a whole new diagram, whole new paradigm right now. How many people looking at the bigger picture of this shit? The overall. I'm just saying, man. We have more wherewithal than everybody think we do, but since we are mixed up in a whirlwind of pudding, you can't get out of the quicksand. You know what I'm saying? And you keep digging in it because you think it's your right to speak and carry this energy of attitude and this false character that was produced by the system. It has to die. That's what's holding the system up. People don't understand. We, as the people, the criteria of the foreground of America, who hold the slang and the energy of how things should be done, is holding the country together. Everybody talking about getting back to something. You are creating it in your mind right now. It's nothing else real here but the original people. It don't exist. It's all an illusion. We are creating this example. Right now, you are building the next 500,000 years right now. Because you want inconvenience. I ain't gonna even hold y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even hold you. Because I take it somewhere else, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm out.